Hey guys, welcome back to another today's video. In today's video, it's going to be a brand new video, part of my video series of breaking up the two-party duopoly. In this new video series, this is going to be about promoting another candidate that's also running for Virginia House of Delegates, but this time in a different district, running for delegate in another district in the House of Delegates in the 2021 election for the Virginia House of Delegate election, and his name, let me see if I can find him at least. His name is David Vaught. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but he's running as an independent candidate to be the delegate of District 70 for Virginia's House of Delegates, to represent you, to be your independent voice in the House of Delegates. So, and this is actually my, I would say, for my third candidate that I'm promoting that's actually running for House of Delegates. The first one was Louis V. Cecily, and the other one was Joseph Pascal, the Libertarian nominee running for District 61. So I decided to promote another candidate that's also running for House of Delegates, but in a totally different district. And his name is once again David Vaught, the independent candidate running for District 70 to represent you as your delegate in the Virginia House of Delegates in Richmond. But before I begin talking about him, you guys remember a while back I promoted Princess Blaney in a run for governor, in a run for governor of Virginia as the nominee of the newly formed Liberation Party. And you remember I got all of you guys to actually try to empower every single Virginian to sign your petition, even Brad Forman's petition, to actually get her on the ballot on November 2nd, so more and more Virginians can have a candidate, can have a candidate that they can get behind in this upcoming election. And well and behold, she was able to get ballot access in this upcoming election. So Virginians have three candidates that's actually running for office. You have Terry McAuliffe, you have Glenn Youngkin, the Republican nominee, and you also have Princess Blaney, the Liberation Party's nominee, running to also be governor of Virginia on November 2nd. So she was able to get ballot access. She was the only third-party candidate that was able to get ballot access for the Virginia gubernatorial election on November 2nd. So, and now, but she will not be allowed on the debate stage. And this is completely so. This is so unacceptable. She was able to get ballot access, but she's not allowed to be on the debate. That's wrong. Every single candidate, if they have ballot access, if they are allowed to be running for, if they got ballot access, if they met all the requirements to run for office, they should be allowed to be on the debate stage because she's a candidate, for crying out loud. So I encourage everyone. I'm going to leave this petition in the comment section below. So if you guys want to sign it to get more, of your fellow Virginians a third choice this November, I will leave it in the comment section below so you can sign this petition, because honestly, in my opinion, real change begins with all of us that will reimagine a new beginning for the Commonwealth of Virginia, and will ultimately reimagine a new generation of Americans that will fundamentally reimagine American politics for generations to come. So even if you don't like Princess Blaney as a candidate, still sign this petition and to let her have debate access so she can debate the duopoly, so she can debate Terry McAuliffe, she can debate Glenn Youngkin in her run for governor of Virginia. Sign this petition and give more of your fellow Virginians a real choice this November, and give your fellow Virginians a candidate that they can truly get behind, a candidate that best aligns with them. So sign this petition, and I'll leave it in the comment section below so you guys can check this petition out and help Princess Blaney for governor of Virginia, the nominee of the Liberation Party's nominee, the Liberation nominee, to actually let Princess debate. Let Princess debate to give more of your fellow Virginians a real voice that they can get behind. So sign this petition, and let's give Virginia a third choice this November in their governor's race. So now let's talk about David Vaught, that's running for delegate of District 70, and the District 70 once again is a strong Democratic district. But yet again, once I said in my videos where I promoted Louis V. Cecily and the Libertarian candidate running for District 61, let me see if I can find him again. Joseph Pascal. I could be pronouncing it wrong. Consider it doesn't, like what I said before. Don't be discouraged to vote, and don't be discouraged not to vote because it's a very, very safe district for the Democrats. Don't be discouraged. Still turn out for your candidate. Still turn out, even if he might not have a good chance of winning. Still turn out for him because you never know. You never know. If they're saying this race is completely safe for one party, don't be discouraged because you never know. They could be wrong at the end of the day, and it can turn out being a complete upset. Still turn out for your favorite candidate because ultimately, once again, real change begins with all of us. That will reimagine a new beginning for this great country. House of Delegates district is comprised of Henrico County, Chesterfield County, and Richmond, Virginia. It's comprised of Richmond, Chesterfield County, and Henrico County. So if you live in Virginia's 70th House of Delegate district, you might want to consider David Vaught, that's running to be your delegate in the House of Delegates. That's running to give you an independent voice. That will be your voice in District 70. So now you might want to consider voting for him at the end of this video. So here is David Vaught running for delegate for District 70 for the House of Delegates. His main marketing is your independent voice. He's going to be your independent voice, not a voice for some political party. He's going to be your voice. He's going to work for you, not for any party bosses. Because he's not, because he's running as an independent candidate. He's running as a no party preference person. It's going to be hard for him to run as an independent because he doesn't have the party structure, but anything is possible. Anything is possible in an election if you just set your mind to it. So David Vaught running for delegate. Now let's talk about him as a person. Dave's story. Dave was born in Staunton, Virginia, to a single mother, and grew up in Chesterfield. At a very early age, Dave's mother and stepfather instilled in him a strong work ethic that has led him through life to today. Dave learned early the value of working with his hands and became skilled in various trades that led to him launching multiple businesses. Dave owns a security company and continues to work as an entrepreneur with multiple small business investments. A resident of the 70th District for nearly 30 years, Dave has a beautiful daughter attending James Madison University. He has a desire to ensure that she has a great place to come back to, make a living, and raise a family. In the last few years, Dave began to notice that his district was not being fully represented. He also realized that Virginia was moving in a direction that was troubling to him. Jobs are leaving, businesses are closing, major communities are without even a grocery store. Crime is rampant. Our current delegate is nowhere to be found. This year, Dave is offering a choice. If you are happy with the status quo, job loss, poverty, and crime, then vote for more of the same. If you want a new start and a fresh beginning with real representation for our area, then Dave will be honored to have your vote. And just like that ultimately sums up his campaign. He's going to be a new guy. He's going to be a new person. He's going to bring a new type of idea that will bring real representation to your area. That will bring real representation to District 70. That will finally put people first over politics. That will truly, that will make your lives better. Not because he will put the interests of you first. People in District 70, he will put the interests of you first before any political party. And that's what he will be. He will bring a new type of vision. He will bring a new type of ideal, a new type of leadership for District 70 that will ultimately reimagine a new beginning for your communities, that will reimagine a new beginning for your neighbors, where all of you have the freedom and have the liberty to pursue a life that you want to live. So that's pretty much, that really sums up his entire campaign. He's going to be that new start and fresh beginning that will bring with real representation for your area in District 7. That'll bring a real representation to the people in Richmond. That'll bring a real representation to Henrico County, Chesterfield County. He's going to bring all that because he will be a fighter for you. He will be a fighter to improve your lives, District 70. That will be a fighter to improve upon your lives, Richmond, Virginia. And that's the type of candidate he will be. He will bring a new start and a fresh beginning for District 70. So Now let's actually talk about some of his priorities of where he stands on some issues. A representative. Let's talk about a representative that you trust, that you know, trust, and see. Dave will be a fighter for you. Our current delegate is absent. She never comes around, and does even less in the General Assembly. Dave will show up, be counted on, and will fight for you and your family in Richmond. And yet again, this is what I've been saying. Well, this is what I've been saying earlier. This is once again what I've been saying earlier. He will be a fighter for you, a proud delegate for District 70 that will work for the interests of you, that will work for the interests to better your communities, to keep all of you guys safe. That will bring a new future for your children to have the best high quality education. That will give you the essential services that will make your lives better. That will make your financial lives better. Where you guys can all have the liberty and the freedom to live your lives the way you see fit. Now let's talk, and as well, when it comes to safer communities, they will work to ensure that our children never have to fear acts of violence when they go play in our neighborhoods. Home should be a place of refuge and safety, not a place that families are forced to fear stray bullets or home invasion. He'll work to build safer communities for your children. That will work to build safer communities for you, where you guys are free and you feel safe to actually roam around your neighborhoods, communicate freely as civil citizens on policy, or taking your kids to the park, or walking your kids to school. He wants to build a safer community where all of you guys have the liberty and have the freedom to actually live your lives safely and freely as Virginians. And also, he will better the access to essential services. They will work to ensure that our neglected communities attract more grocery stores and have better access to broadband internet, regardless of one's financial status. Someone's wallet would never determine their access to food or their opportunity for jobs that internet connectivity provides in the 21st century. As well, he will also better when it comes to first-class education. While other districts have seen improvements to schools over the last decade under our failed leadership, some of the Virginians' worst school plagues our area. Children deserve a first-class education here as much as they do in wealthy areas. They will work to ensure that our schools are properly funded and equipped to prepare every children for their brightest future. And that's pretty much his overall area of what his priorities are, and what type of delegate he will be, and what he will do to better your lives. If it is building a safer community where all of you guys, even your children, live in a safe neighborhood, live in safe homes, are free and safe from crime and terrorism, that he will be a representative that you know, that you can trust and see to address your issues, that will represent you, that will better the lives of you. He will be a fighter for you, not a fighter for some, and not a voice for some political party. He will be your voice. He will fight for you in Richmond. He will fight for you. He will fight for your family in Richmond to better your lives, to make sure your children deserve a first-class education, to make sure you guys have better access to essential services, and that you live in safer communities. And that's what he ultimately did. And that's his four priorities that will better the lives of District 7, that will better the lives of Henrico County, that will better the lives of Chesterfield County and Richmond, Virginia. He will be a fighter for you, Virginians. He will be a fighter for you that will make your district, that will make your area in Virginia a better life for all people. And that's what he will be. And that's how he's going to start. And that's how he's going to start a new beginning and a new journey for District 70 and a new journey for Virginia that will bring real representation to better the lives for all people that live in Henrico County and in Richmond, Virginia, and so on. And overall, in the comment section below, talk about him as a candidate. What do you really think about him? If you do live in District 70, would it be someone that you would consider voting for? And if you do consider voting for him, I will leave, just like that, I will leave his campaign website in the description below. He does have a Facebook. I will also leave his Facebook in the description below. And if you do want to, if you do want to support him, if you do live in his district, the district was yet again is comprised of Henrico County, Chesterfield County, and Richmond. If you do guys want to support him, and you do believe in his overall priorities and his overall vision of being that true independent voice that will bring a new fresh face and a new fresh face to what Richmond, Virginia, and the House of Delegates, consider voting for him and chip into his campaign to give him some resources where he can use those resources to actually invest it in his campaign, where he can fund it, where he can actually spend more on advertisement, where he can spend more on advertisement to actually get his name out there, to get his name out there, to get his name on the ballot, and to present himself as a credible candidate. Because honestly, my opinion, and even if you don't like him as a candidate, still support him. Still talk about him with your fellow Virginians in Richmond or in Chesterfield and Henrico County. Talk about him as a candidate, because you might not want to vote for him, but other people in your constituency might want to vote for him also. Might want to vote for him. Might want to vote for him instead of you, because everyone has different interests, everyone has different beliefs, and that everyone has different values, and that they might want to support him because they might have some different interest than you do. They might have some different beliefs. They might actually fully agree with him than you do. Talk about him with other people and get the cycle going, and actually raise his awareness, raise his name recognition out there. Because honestly, in my opinion, real change begins with all of us if we just do the small things in our society, in our communities, where we're talking about the many independent candidates, many third-party candidates, when we're doing our research, when we're researching their campaign websites, when we're signing their petitions, or to help them get ballot access, and even helping them get on the debate stage with a duopoly. Because honestly, in my opinion, that we're all in the discussion to actually reimagine a new journey for American politics that will bring a total end to the two-party system, and will transform this country into a multi-party system that will truly create a government that truly by, of, and for the people. So talk about him as a candidate. What do you think about him? Would it be someone that you would support? And if you do want to support him, chip in money to his campaign, and also try to find some ways to contact him if you do live in his district, and see if you can actually join the movement and help him actually by volunteering, making phone calls, knocking on doors, help with events, host a meet and greet, host a fundraiser wherever needed most, or host an event where he might need most to actually build the name recognition and help him get elected, like how you guys do it right now, because you're doing it right now. You did it in the last election. You worked your butts off, working a lot hard to get so many Democrats and Republicans elected statewide, or sending them to Congress. It's the same thing yet again, but you're supporting independent candidates, you're supporting other political parties, and giving more of your fellow Virginians, bringing more players into the political arena, where you're truly creating government that truly by, of, and for the people. So, once again, comment down below. What do you talk about as a candidate? Would it be someone that you would consider voting for? If not, share your opinion why you might not want to vote for him. But honestly, in my opinion, still talk about him. If you do live in the district, if you do live in Richmond, Virginia, Chesterfield, or in Henrico County, still talk about him. Get his name out there as much as you can with friends, family, neighbors, because so they can have a candidate that they can get behind on November 2nd, 2021. And once again, before I leave again, a quick reminder, like I said in the beginning of this video, if you do live in Virginia, sign Princess Blanning's petition to help her get on the debate stage, so she can debate former Governor Terry McAuliffe and the Republican nominee for governor, Glenn Youngkin. So let her debate her. Let her debate the duopoly. Give more choices to your fellow Virginians. Because like what I said again in all my videos, real change begins with all of us that will truly break up the two-party duopoly and reimagine a new journey, a new generation, and a new beginning, and a new vision for this great country. So once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and feel free to comment down below on video suggestions and or other third-party candidates that are also running for office in 2021, 2022, and 2024. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, this is the Young Centrist, and I am out.